Good morning, everyone. Thank you for hopping on. Welcome. Come on in. We are just getting started with our workshop for this morning. So today it's all about our education business owners. So if you are an education business owner, you are in for a treat. We want to make sure that everyone is able to access. We are also going live on our Instagram to our Instagram community, and of course, those in the Zoom room and those who are in the on our Facebook will be able to see what we are showing. And those on IG, you are definitely welcome to listen in. So I will give everyone another couple seconds to hop on and settle in, and then we are going to hop right in. Beautiful. Okay, so welcome once again to everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today, we are going to have a really incredible workshop, and we're excited for those who have enrolled and signed up to get all the information because, as education business owners, sometimes it's a little bit isolating, right? So, I want to make sure that today I am providing you value in terms of what the three essential steps are to scale your education business, okay, online. So if you know an education business owner, if you are someone that is an education business owner, tag them, listen in on this conversation, have a notepad, take notes. Today I'm going to drop some key information that is actually more simple than you think in order to scale your education business online. I see you guys on IG. Absolutely listen in. If you can access me on Facebook, you're going to see what I'm showing, but what I am sharing on the Instagram feed, you're going to be able to listen in. Okay. And yes, I see you. Welcome. Okay, so who am I? So my name is Elise Beckles, and I'm the founder of my education business called The French Tutor. So from the name, you can probably guess, yes, we are a French tutoring business, and we've actually been around since 2015. So this is year 10 that the French Tutor is in existence. And it's been an incredible journey. And I'll share a little bit about that as well in today's presentation. Now, for 5 whole years, the French tutor was not what you see here. For 5 whole years, the French tutor was this logo. Okay. Yes, my friends, and yes, my family knew about the French tutor, but the world never knew the face behind the French tutor. So in 2020, we know, okay, the entire world and my business changed. So I became the face of the business in 2020. And I'm going to show you guys today the importance of that and how that's a key part in growing your visibility online as well. And I'm going to share a little bit about how the education business for me came to be. So here is a picture that I love sharing. So this is a picture of my brother and I, okay? It's a picture of our first year in Canada, our first Christmas in Canada. As you can see, Santa is in this picture. So the purpose of me showing that is we were not born in Canada, okay? So we were born in Trinidad, and in the late 80s, we came to Toronto, Canada, and my dad's friend said to him, "Hey, why don't you put the kids in French?" And the rest is history. So, yes, my parents took a risk enrolling us in a French program, but obviously at the time, that was not an indicator of what the future would hold by just taking that step. So, I enrolled, we were in French immersion. I went through that all through my high school years and did one of my degrees in French, but I was using French, but not in a way that was leading. So I wasn't necessarily a teacher in the classroom, but rather I was working in corporate, and French was my superpower in that on my resume, it led to different conversations. When there was French needed at work, I could hop in, I could have a chit chat with French colleagues, and it was an access point for me. Okay. So in 2015, I did in university, I should say, I was tutoring on the side, tutoring as a part-time job. And that was fantastic. I felt myself light up in a different way working with students than I did working in corporate. And that's just true. Okay. But I was still growing and exercising my marketing and communication skills, which I have degrees in, and rising, okay, and doing well. But there was always this nudge inside of me, man, I was created for something more. And so the French tutor actually began to grow and nudged me harder and harder until I took a full leap of faith in 2022. And now I manage the French tutor full time. Okay. And we are educating students across the country, mainly in Canada. Okay. And it's all about now giving the tools. How was I able to do that? So, what is our outcome for today? Our outcome for today, by the end of this workshop, you're going to have clarity on the exact steps that you need to build and sell a profitable online offer that attracts your dream clients, generates consistent revenue, and sets you up for 10K months, all without the burnout. If I were to share with you the amount of educators that I speak with, that are my colleagues, that I am in friendship and community with, the common theme is that, yeah, we're getting to do all of this, but the burnout is real. The burnout is real. So I want to make sure that you are doing something where you understand that, yes, there are steps to take, but it doesn't have to leave you depleted in order for you to get to that goal. So let's hop right in. And thank you to those joining us on the Zoom. Welcome. Hop in. You're right on time. So, what is the profit framework? So, there has to be a framework to make profit. We cannot be educators, number one, and not know that there are steps to take and there is a roadmap in order to get to the goal you want to get to. So, the first piece of the profit framework involves perfecting your online offer. The second element is about building visibility that converts. And the third element, converting leads into loyal clients. So that's your framework. Okay. I want to go for simplicity, but I also want you to understand these are the key elements. So, once again, for those just joining in, the profit framework is perfecting your online offer, building visibility that converts, and thirdly, converting leads into loyal clients. So, how exactly do you do that? So, perfecting your online offer is an area I want us to start off with. So, many education businesses, they struggle to adapt to the online space because there's this whole misconception that whatever you're doing offline, however you're teaching offline, you can just go online because you've got all this years of experience and you're thinking you don't have to tweak anything. When in reality, what you're doing offline often does not resonate when it comes to online. So, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to identify your audience's deepest pain points, okay? And think about what transformation your ideal clients, your students desire. Contrary to popular belief, parents don't just want tutoring. They might actually think they want tutoring. But what they're looking for are results, transformation, such as confidence, academic success, and clarity in their child's learning. I always share what we do, it's so much bigger than French. It's bigger than French. Yeah, you're going to get that as a residual effect. You're going to get fluent in French. Yes. We'll help you with your reading comprehension. Yes. But what's the transformation? The transformation is the invisible win. Wow, my child's excited about going to class. My child participates. They're so confident. My child said, "No, mommy, I want to stay in French immersion, even though it is a little bit challenging." Those are transformation points. So I'm getting you today to just start getting your mindset into a place where transformation is the gold. And how do you communicate that? Okay. So we're going to do a little activity in a bit as well that helps us structure that for our particular businesses. So when you're talking about designing an offer with clear deliverables and outcomes, there are 3 elements you need to include in order for that structure to come to life. Number 1, focus on transformation, not just features. So if you are a parent or you're someone who's come across or sought out tutoring services before, you might just see a bunch of features listed. It's overwhelming. Okay. Like, think about the other person reading it, right? So when you're thinking about your service, think, like I said, on the transformation. So instead of saying we offer tutoring sessions, put something more specific like a result. So in my case, our example could be boost your child's reading level by 2 grades in 6 weeks. Okay. And make sure it's true. Make sure your transformation is true and it isn't just something you're throwing out there. All right. Now, the second element when you're designing your offer, be specific with deliverables. Now, this is where you set expectations and make your offer more tangible. So, we want people to be able to connect with what you do from the onset. So you're going to break down what your client's going to receive, such as weekly lessons, for example, personalized feedback, specific resources, video tutorials, etc. Clients, your parents, your students want to know exactly what they'll get. So specifying that and helping them visualize the journey, it builds trust in your program. Don't just assume because of how amazing you are that someone automatically trusts you to work with them or with their child. Finally, outline measurable outcomes. And we're talking about designing an offer here. So your offer should come with measurable outcomes so that clients can track their progress and feel confident in their investment. For example, you can say, by the end of this program, your child will be able to confidently read grade level French texts. Once again, my example. And give parents a clear, measurable outcome so that they can look forward to something. Okay? They can look forward to it and ensure that the outcomes are realistic. Don't, like I said, don't just give a false hope or a false dream. Make sure the transformation you offer is the transformation you're actually going to be able to provide. This builds trust. Okay, it's one thing for them to enter into your space to be a student. It's another thing for them to get the result that you said they were going to get. Okay. Yes, absolutely. So I'm seeing a few comments in the chat. Yes, absolutely. So narrowing down and just making sure that you're only speaking about what you offer and the transformation it provides. Paint the picture. Now let's hop into the whole conversation about visibility. So visibility is an interesting topic. It's one that I have a lot of conversation around because there is probably a general understanding of what visibility means, especially when you are an educator online. And it's one thing to get some likes on your post. Okay, we know the whole likes conversation. It's one thing to get likes. It's another thing to post content that converts. If you are a business owner, if you are an education business owner specifically, the purpose of the business is to serve. Yes, the purpose is to serve. But if you are a business owner, the ecosystem has you being compensated for those you serve. Okay, that's just the cycle of business ownership. So the problem with this specifically is that you can't sell an offer if no one knows about it or if your messaging doesn't resonate. That's just facts, okay? The problem is that a strong, consistent presence is a part of the key to attracting clients. Now, the solution lies here. The solution lies in you defining your dream audience. Define them. Who are they? Where do they hang out? Are they online or offline or a bit of both? Are they parents, schools? Are they in homeschool groups, for example? So understanding and defining your dream audience lets you meet them where they are. Now, for me, I have an interesting example. So our business is 97% online. Okay. The in-person pieces involve some local programming at daycares, summer programs, just one-offs in the local community. Okay. But the majority is based online because our students are all across the country. So I have done a mixture of both online and offline marketing, but very minimal offline, very minimal. And the interesting thing is, last summer, I had a few parents who joined our virtual summer program because they saw one of my flyers, let's call them, at a local, it wasn't a laundromat, it was a dry cleaners. And I was like, what? Like, I probably put those during the pandemic. And I was like, wow, okay. So they came to me through that offline channel. Okay. So where are they hanging out? Parents are human beings. They're at the dry cleaners. Okay. They're at different public places. So making sure you're combining them, if that works for you, meet parents, meet your clients where they are. So let's dive in a little bit. Is that making sense? Remy, I see you on. Yes. So let's talk about the different kinds of posts that you can do, because it is one thing to hop onto trends, to do things that are popular that you see and you want to try out. But in the education space, it's important to keep your posts, your content within certain parameters. And I will share with you the most insightful ones that I've seen over the years. So the first one is the educational post. Now, in an educational post, think that you're sharing things like insights, tips, and value. Insights, tips, and value. That's what we would categorize as an educational post. Now, here's an example of what an educational post could look like. Okay, so in our world, we teach French, as you know, so it's 5 tips to improve your child's French reading skills at home. And then you'll share, okay, are you looking to help your child become a confident French reader at home? If you're a math tutor, are you looking to help your child become a confident math or algebra student while they're at home? And then giving tips. So here are 5 simple yet powerful tips to boost their reading, to boost their math, to help them with English. Okay, and offer those tips and share with them. Watch your child's confidence grow. Off you go. Post. Educational posts are important because parents want to feel that you are offering them value. Value is so important. Parents are coming to you very often because they don't know where else to go. They don't know what else to do. They're looking for help for their children, okay, in a particular subject, and your value is something that will draw them in. Now, the second kind of post that you can focus on is called an inspirational post. So inspirational posts are so necessary. Why? Because parents want to see that other parents got transformation, experienced transformation. Parents want to see that another child was able to do well through going through your program. It matters. Okay, that's the reason why we check Google reviews. Or if we go to a restaurant, why we read up on what people are saying about the restaurant. Same thing for educators, but it's more of an inspiration angle that we are approaching with. So, for example, meet Mia, a bright 9-year-old girl who was struggling with French reading comprehension last year, telling a little bit of her story, telling how her parents felt that she was falling behind, they were concerned. Now, after joining French Prodigy program, but fill in the blank, after joining your program, her transformation was incredible. Then listing what was Mia able to do, list some of her wins. And then, of course, posting that. posting that. Share your success stories. Too often, we are having these incredible results for our students, but once again, if no one knows about it, there's no purpose. The cycle of the education business does not flow. Okay, it just stays where it is. What we're talking about today is it flowing, it growing, and scaling. Now, the third type of post, once again, we're talking about the visibility that converts. The third type of post you can focus on as an education business owner, and there's only three, so this is the third one, is a sales focused post. So we've got to put some sales focused content in there. Otherwise, parents are like, thank you so much. I will only come to your page to get my education, to get my value, and not take an action. So you want to drive action as well. So in the sales focus post, what you're doing is you're creating offers that speak directly to their needs. Attention parents, is your child struggling to keep up with X? It's time to give them the support they need to thrive. Fill in the blanks. These are just concepts and ideas for you to format what you do. Filling in the blank. Now you can have limited time offers. You can do something where you have a date for them to enroll in order to get X, give them a little something extra. Okay. And making sure that what you're doing, it is having an action behind it. So sign up for X, send me a direct message, depending what platform you are, post a link. Okay, it isn't about just them seeing it, it's about them creating or you creating an action-oriented post. Okay, and here's what I'll also say. Do not underestimate the power of ongoing conversation. So when a parent sees a post like this, a sales focus post, it is pretty uh I'm pretty sure they would have seen something of value before and they would have seen something that drew them in, like the sales focus post and getting an action the first time may not be that, which is why we have to keep the flow. So educational, inspirational, sales focused. Fantastic. So now let us dive into converting leads into loyal clients. This is what we're here to learn, right? How do we get people who say they're interested or who seem like they have their child who needs my services? How do I get them to become a client, a loyal client? Now, let's have a real conversation, okay? Leads often don't convert because there is no strategic follow-up or nurturing process. So we think, like I said before, that we can just show up online and because we are so incredible, and I'm not taking that away from anyone, but because we're so incredible, people should just, once we reach out or once they reach out, it should be a no-brainer. Well, no, people are busy, parents are busy. And when there is no strategic follow-up or there's no way of nurturing our potential leads, then they're on to the next. And that's just the reality. So without the right approach, potential clients will lose interest or find other solutions. Parents will say very often that they're on the lookout. They're looking for the best option for their children. So who's gonna probably land that student? Well, the person who followed up. Parents, so welcome. You're joining us on the Zoom. Welcome. Parents who are being reminded, hey, were you still looking for? Hey, happy to book a call to chat with you. They're the ones. Those who are taken care of and getting those reminders, they're the ones who will convert their leads into loyal clients. Now, here's how you do that. So you've got a pre-sell with value-driven conversations. Like I said, the content you post, but also whatever environments you are where you are interacting with parents or parents have visibility of you, make sure that you're building trust through insights. This can happen through direct messages. Parents will message me on Instagram or on Facebook and be like, hey, my child needs help, or hey, saw what you posted. Like, could this be for my child? And you can offer value and give an email list, even better, but that's something we can talk about in another workshop. But you've got to offer and give insights before you pitch anything. Okay? Do not just enter someone's direct message and say, hey, I saw you were looking for a tutor. I can help your kids. Let me know XYZ. We've got to think about what value exchange can be happening. Parents want to know that you're genuinely invested in their child's progress, a genuine interest. Okay? Provide the value, like a quick tip on how to boost their child's reading skills in French. Once again, my example, a quick tip on how to learn their multiplications, a quick tip on how to study to retain. Whatever your expertise is, provide value. Provide value. So, our mini sales framework, based on everything we've shared so far, involves connection. So, building rapport with the lead. Okay, we spoke about that. Next, pain points. So, understand their frustrations. Sometimes the frustrations aren't even ones you have to guess. We know if you are an education business owner, parents they'll lead with that. Like, I'm not sure if I made a right decision. Put them in French. Man, no matter how hard I try, they just can't grasp that algebra. Okay? Understand the frustrations and the pain points. Then offer. So present how your offer solves their problem. Once again, we're talking about the sales framework. Then objection handling. So address all concerns up front. And then finally, when you're closing, that's encouraging the lead to take action. Okay, so this is your mini sales framework. We're thinking of the letters CPOOC: connection, pain points, offer, objection handling, and close. So now we're going to do a live exercise. So those on the Zoom, you're in for a treat because I will be working with you guys specifically. And those online, you are also welcome to put this into practice if it is relevant for you. So we're going to talk about the profit path mapping. So remember at the beginning of this conversation, we spoke about the key elements it takes in order for you to scale your education business to 10K plus a month. Okay? Now, the first thing I want you to do in this exercise, I want you to, and we spoke about how defining your online offer comes into play and why it is so important. So, crafting a concise and compelling offer that directly solves your client's pain points. So, I want everyone who is able to right now, I want you to define your online offer. An example here is, okay, achieve grade level French fluency in 6 weeks. Okay, so those with me on the Zoom, I invite you to come up with, and it's not about perfection, okay, but it is about taking the first step in order to make sure that your offer or your thought process towards your offer is concise and compelling. So take a try at writing it in the chat as well works, okay? And remember, your offer should speak to a specific outcome. Okay, so take a try in the chat, and then I will have a look. Okay. And I know this might be the first time for a few of you. One thing I know for sure is that as educators, it's it's very difficult when we are perhaps so skilled and we can offer so much. It is a little more challenging to think about, well, what's the one thing? What's the one thing I could offer and that I could serve to the highest potential with? So for me, when I was when the French tutor was first birthed, it was French everything. Elise, you do French science? Yes, we do French science. You do French math? Yeah, we do that. Essay writing? Yeah, we're everywhere. Now, the issue with that, number one, the burnout happens very easily through that because you're just trying to be everything for everyone. The second concern with that was, oh, okay, you are the Jill of all trades, but the master of none. So I had to become the master of one. And for us, we chose what I saw over the last, well, this is year 18, but we did this way before year 18. What I saw over the years was, the common theme of concern or the common gap exists around French reading comprehension, the literacy piece. It's a crisis. Okay. So, what we're encouraging you to do right now is to narrow things down. Start to think, even if you don't do it and it's official, start to think and craft it. Okay. So, I see right now. Okay. So, in the chat, we have, okay, the personalization ensures that your child gains confidence in math and that they have the best skills at hand. So, yeah, that's an incredible start. That's an incredible start, Remya. Okay. And let's narrow it down even more. Okay. So this is an exercise we're starting today, but it's something you'll continue to refine at home because you want to make sure it's tangible. In how many weeks? In how many weeks will my child gain the math confidence? Okay, good. We have another submission. My offer helps you get better at mathematics to the extent you want to try out every problem in 8 weeks. Good. So let's coin that even problem solving. Okay, that's the other submission I'm seeing. Good. Fantastic. So that's the that's the template, guys, for you to massage and keep refining. Okay, what do you offer? Right? Now, the second step in our profit path mapping, I want you to outline 3 simple ways to generate visibility. So just quickly in the chat, name me where you can show up. Where can you show up? 3 simple ways. Now I have some ideas. Social media. Social media is a great big place. I want you to be specific. Can you think of any partnerships? A lot of educators have connections with schools. Okay, word of mouth is one as well. So tell me, what are 3 simple ways to generate visibility for you? So for me, okay, we got some submissions. We have community groups, good. Parent associations, excellent. Word of mouth. What? Yes, absolutely. So in terms of the word of mouth, so powerful because people will trust faster what someone else recommends to them. I've had parents come to me on a call ready to go, like, yeah, we're ready to sign up. I've heard about this program. Testimonials, good. Yeah. Yeah. So the testimonial is going to be the vehicle, and that's done on the social channel. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And then your last part of this exercise is I want you to attempt to write a 1 sentence pitch for your offer. Now, this is going to be a concise statement that clearly defines the transformation. So I know you started off on that first part, but dig a little deeper. Look at this formatting. Okay. When someone sees what you do, what you offer, what you teach, they've got to know the so what of it. Okay. An example, this 8-week program helps parents ensure their child reads French at grade level while boosting their confidence. Wow. Okay. I've got my answers. Program's 8 weeks. My child who is in French good. They need to be reading better, at grade level, perfect. They're below right now. And okay, it boosts their confidence because they've been feeling pretty down about it. Do you guys see how that element all comes together? So making sure you are having your one sentence. And I know some people on the call, we've had connection points where there was some feedback given on elements to boost your profiles to include this. You want to make sure parents, your potential clients, your leads are seeing what you do. And very often it's this one sentence that does it all. So I invite you to create your own sentence. As I said, today's just the starting point, but it is about you getting this refined as you narrow it down. Okay? Because having your offer is indeed the first step before getting here. Good. Well done, everyone. Beautiful. Okay. Fantastic. So thank you guys for participating in that live exercise. It always is really powerful in order for us to understand and even get our own ideas out and have a deeper consideration in terms of what do I offer? If I were to narrow it down, what is that one thing? What is that one thing where I know for sure a transformation can take place? Another submission I'm seeing, okay, beautiful. This 4-week geometry lesson helps the child build a solid foundation in the subject area as well as gain confidence going forward. Lovely. Yeah, and continue to refine that. That's good. Okay, refine that even further. Well done. So make sure that you are keeping that and building off of that because your offer, and even if you wanted to make it longer, right? So 4 weeks is great. And if you're looking to build out a program where you know for sure just a little bit more time could result in a bigger transformation, then do that as well. Okay, like I said, everyone has a different roadmap, but it's important that you're doing the roadmap that you can deliver on. Okay, the roadmap that you specifically can deliver on. Okay, so I thank you guys for participating in our live workshop today. This has been absolutely incredible. And from here, you have two options. Okay, so the first option is for you to keep struggling to build your online education business on your own or working with coaches who don't understand the unique needs of education entrepreneurs specifically. We are in our own world, we're in our own zone, and we are serving in a different way online. Or you can also try to sell an offer that's not designed for scalability. So once again, if you aren't delivering transformation that your dream clients are seeking, it's not really growing the business in the way that you are saying you desire to. You can also continue operating with systems and marketing that feels very much more exhaustive and leaving you burnt out and not bring you consistent revenue. And stay stuck on the income roller coaster, hoping that results will come, feeling frustrated and unsure of what's missing from your business. Or you can, option number two, receive the Profit Accelerator framework with me and learn the exact framework to build, market, and sell your online offers and grow your income without the burnout. So I want to introduce to some of you for the first time our Online Education Profits Accelerator. So this is a program that is designed for you to fully implement all of the steps that we've learned today. And it comes with personalized coaching, done for you resources, and ongoing accountability, which as educators has become one of the most valuable elements because we are in, like I said, our own zone and you want to be around people and someone who understands it in a very personal way. So in a free call, what will happen is You're going to be able to have a chat with me, and you're going to be able to talk about what even narrowing down your offer would look like. And I'll be able to guide you into a content strategy that attracts leads, builds trust, and engages your audience through repurposed content and strong calls to actions. As we know today, we don't want to be known as the Jack or the Jill of all trades. We want to be the master of one, the master of one. Okay. Now, the worst case, if you book this call with me, you're going to leave with a clear game plan. Okay. You leave with a game plan of how to become a true education CEO. Okay. You're going to worst case scale your coaching business to 10K a month, and you're going to use the game plan on your own. Okay. Now, the best case is that we find a mutual fit, that we refine your education offers to one that actually converts. Best case is we give you an exact content strategy that leads to conversations. And finally, I'll handhold you at every step of the way to your 10K plus month. So if that is you, I want you to connect with me. Okay. There's a link here for those on the chat. I'm happy to send you that link. And ensure that you are able to connect with me, and let's have a conversation. Yes, I will be sending the link in the chat. Absolutely. Fantastic. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I do want to open the floor. If there were any outstanding questions, you're welcome to write it to me in the chat, or you can also send me a direct message after the fact. If you are going to book a call, we can address those conversations on the call, but just wanted to leave room if there were any questions on the call. Feel free if you want to unmute as well, that's okay. Or you can type it in the chat. Was there anything outstanding? All right, okay. Yes, we will chat on the call. Beautiful. Okay, so that's a wrap, guys, for today's session. I want to thank you for hanging out. I want to thank you for taking all the notes you did, asking all the questions you did about the 3-step profit blueprint for education business owners. Once again, Elise Beckles, founder of The French Tutor, thank you for joining. We'll talk to you later.